Crusader Kings 3 is full of legends, rulers who have shaped history for better or for worse. And today we're continuing a brand new series where I play as 5 of those rulers, each representing a different lifestyle. And second up, Duke Robert the Fox. He's got the martial to conquer a kingdom, the prowess to strike down any man, and the potential to create or destroy empires. In this video, I'll show you how to use the true power of warfare to massively grow your realm with the power of the sword, not the pen. Let's get started. Being the character that represents the martial lifestyle, this old fox comes with some amazing stats, including the 5-star martial education, Exalted Warlord, that not only boosts his stats by 10 and 15 in martial stewardship, but also boosts the effectiveness of siege weapons and increases your army movement speed by 20%. On top of this, he also has 7 children, because this fox has been jiffing around. That means we have 7 alliances. Very powerful. We've already maxed out the martial lifestyle here in Strategist, which arguably is the most important out of these 3 trees. Which is a hard thing to say with my accent, because 3 becomes 3, okay. Including Bellum Justum for cheaper war declaration, Living of the Land for more supply, and Sappers, letting our normal units deal some siege damage. Overseer we can skip for now, as this is mostly controlling and defending land. And Gallant is the odd one out, as the left side is all about courting and being a cool knight with marriages and stuff. But the right side is what we want, and that's the one that's unlocked. More safety for leading at the front, stronger knights, and more knights. So we're basically done. Now, if not for learning, I would go into the stewardship lifestyle, but the old fox has beaten me to it, and we already unlocked meritocracy. This lets us claim throne against our liege. Now, we don't have a liege, we're our own independent guy. Well, we can actually change that. It is almost like Paradox has set me up to pull this move off. And for that, I thank you, Stephen Paradox. So I guess all there is left to do is to actually go into learning and boost our health, so that we don't fall off the stick and die. I'll pick up Faithful. This gives me plus 10 clergy opinion. That's good for the Pope. Then we'll go all the way down to wash your hands, which is actually surprisingly important. Please do it. This prevents you from getting ill. I then get to pick up some dynasty legacies. We'll continue in the path of warfare, as this is the martial character. So right away, we're going to swear fealty to the Kaiser of the Holy Roman Empire, and we'll do it for low taxes and low levy contribution. He says yes, and we're now in with the HRE. And right away, we could do some big damage here. A dissolution faction would mean that the realm splits. That means no more empire, but that won't benefit me. So instead, we're going to do something absolutely crazy. We're going to claim his throne. Now, this is going to be a very hard thing to pull off, but I have my ways to do it. One of them being to go into modify vassal contract, and for slightly more taxes, we guarantee ourselves the right to his council. This means that I can now go in here and demand a council position, and we'll do the one of the Spy Master. Very powerful, very sneaky. All warfare is based on subterfuge? No, I remember. All warfare is based. We now need some co-conspirators, and surprisingly, people are actually willing to help out. We'll go by acceptance chance, and surprisingly, we have some very competent people in here. My bishop is willing to help, this knight, this little steward guy, and my wife. Thanks, wife. Now we quickly go on a pilgrimage. This will secure the favor of the Pope, which is very important because, damn, he's a very powerful man. But because Robert the Fox is one of these characters that are part of the... But because Duke Robert is the martial character, he gets unique events. Norman Sicily. By the grace of God and St. Peter, I rule Apulia and Calabria. But with the grace of a few old friends from my days as a highwayman, I can rule the entirety of the kingdom of Sicily. Brother, I have bigger aspirations. This would give me a claim on the Duchy of Benevento and Spoleto. It would give me claims on all small rulers within the Kingdom of Sicily, as well as an army. But the Pope and the Kaiser will hate me. I need a relationship with both of them, so I'm gonna hold off for now. Let them keep their lands. What I truly need is alliances. And that I can easily secure in France, which means we have a great ally for when it's time to take out the Holy Roman Empire. We can also see about finding a great spy master to invite, like this King of Thieves, who we can marry into our court with the help of a female courtier, and thus bagging us a great spy master and a fellow bandit. Then we put him on support schemes, and would you look at that, we are just blasting through. We'll then get right to work swaying the Pope. There's a lot of steps to this, but I have a pretty cool idea in mind, if I can pull it off. Here's a nice alliance with Denmark, lovely. Here's an alliance with the Bohemians, perfect. With the people of Bavaria, nice. The Austrians, good to have on our back. And Dido, the evil of Lausitz. All strong alliances. Now all we have to do is to wait for us to get 5 advantages. That's these keys here. And then we can fire the plot. All while we become healthier by going into the learning lifestyle. Alright, and we're now ready to fire the scheme. There is a 61% chance that we win here, and if we do, we are ready to go to war. Soon I will rule the Holy Roman Empire. Henry can complain all he wants, that changes nothing. I have the paperwork. I will be the ruler of the Holy Roman Empire. He has a lot of troops, but we have a lot of alliances. Better yet, being a claimant, we can now start a claimant faction. This is always the better alternative than declaring a war outright. Because, well, there might be someone that hates this guy's guts. And if so, they're willing to join us. We can also invite more knights by sending out a herald. But honestly, we have the alliances. We can do this. We also have the Norman highwaymen. We're literally a bandit king. I'd like some armored footmen. Use something to counter the few soldiers they have here. I'll tell you what, fortune favors the bold. So we press our demands and take the Holy Roman Empire. Naturally, he says no, because why would he? But we have allies to call in. The Danes and the French. We can't call in our other allies because they're sadly vassals of his. So if we wanted those in, they would have had to join beforehand. But we are a powerful and mighty man. We can do this. Because we are amazing at siege warfare. Now my plan is to nip at his heels and get the French to join in on this siege. If he wants to come for me, he's gonna have to come for me. I'm also taking the opportunity here because all of these people are infighting. That means less people are joining up with their liege and marching on me. Very clever, Koifish. Now, why thank you. I've practiced this run a few times. For now, it's all about sieging, so try to boost up your mangonels as high as possible. And my son grew up. He'll be a great knight. Oh yeah, we are sieging fast. Let's see about getting some more knights in here. Come on, boys, we can do this! Fight better, fight faster! Ah, it seems we don't hold the war target. Now, why is that? We hold the Holy Roman Empire, don't we? No, that's not the correct borders. But if we were to go here, to Paula, we would. So, off over the border we go. It's just me and a bunch of Frenchmen vibing, alright? And it's a great time. There we go. Now we control a bit of the war target. Nice. Come on, let's get this siege done quick. Here comes the Hungarians. Fascinating. It seems he's calling the Hungarians against us. Not good. But you'd be surprised at how amazing a man can fight when he fights for his righteous cause. And the Hungarians may charge us, but they will die. But the Hungarians and the HRE? Nah, that's a bit too much even for us. And though we fight hard, well, it's not enough. But I have an idea. You see, you don't become an outlaw king without learning a few tricks. So I'm heading off out in the sea to go all around the Mediterranean, up the coastline, barreling through the countryside to siege his capital. And literally steal this guy's crown. That's always something. Now, we quickly siege our way out of here and fight off against just the HRE, as the Hungarians decide, nah, I don't want no smoke. Which means that we just barely managed to win. Would you look at that? A glorious, worthwhile victory. Thanks, Hungarians. Always knew you're a bunch of cowards. Here they come back, but this time I have a feeling we're gonna win even better. But at the home front, all my kids are dying from the plague. Not good. Not good at all. But we have a war to win? No, not moi. Come on, little guy. No. Oh well, we're at least winning this war, so a few children less, but an empire nonetheless. Now we keep on holding, let him crash into us. And would you believe it, just like that, we have taken the Holy Roman Empire. Going from little duke all the way to the ruler of the whole Europe. Very good. Our legitimacy is completely maxed out. We hold strong alliances with most of our vassals. Fascinating. Now we swiftly put in some better vassals here to appease them and control the court we just took. And so, the banner of a gosh darn bandit now hangs in the royal thrones of the whole Roman Empire. And it only took us 7 years. Very good. Let's put out some beautiful little artifacts that will make people like me even more, and start spending more on the court, as we're really gonna need it. From here, we need to save up money to start the heirs of Charlemagne, a legitimizing legend. To start this, I'm gonna need a bunch of gold and a bunch of prestige, but we'll get that quickly. Now, I just need to control the land I hold. Now, it's time to take my beautiful homeland of Sicily Except Robert is a Norman, so he actually comes from Normandy. But we'll take that later when it's time to, you know, beep boop, toss this guy off a cliff. Now, since we're decently healthy, we're going to go back to authority focus. This lets us easier control this massive realm we've taken, using Marshall. There's a big plot growing. A lot of people seem very angry. It's the Polabians. Not good. That's good. They like me so much that I can actually start vassalizing people. Like my nephew, who just happens to rule Capua. Very good. That's one more holding taken, without having to declare wars. But wars, we are more than eager to declare. Especially since we have a claim on every piece of Sicily, and a massive army from the HRE to back it up. So, we raise our army and get to work. Salerno falls like the autumn leaves in August. Sweden has a pretty bad situation with the autumn leaves. And just like that, we've taken both Napoli and Salerno. Very good. Time to go into Sicily proper. Hello, the mob. It is me, a literal criminal. I want to rule this half island. Split the army and off we go. Siege done, war won. Dear me, I love warfare. We pick up Serve the Crown. This gives us natural dread. Dread is really important to rule a realm. The only problem though is when you get older, you become less scary. And you lose your dread. Though there is ways to work around this. Now we start replacing our lost daughters. You know, the ones that died during the goddamn plague. And with wars winning and gold being brought in. 840 additional taxes! God bless being an emperor. God bless being an emperor. Well, it's safe to say that we have now conquered enough lands to rebuke the Roman revanchism for Sicily. Though the Sicilian revanchism for the Byzantines, that's a different matter. Now begins the fun part. Legitimizing legends. So we'll start by conquering the heirs of Charlemagne. It's gonna cost a lot of gold. And I mean a lot of gold. But we have a massive state that can fuel my ambitions to become the new Charlemagne? Yes, that's me. We do so best by getting a court poet and having him extol our domestic legend. Next up, a court musician. Will have it be my daughter. But most importantly, a court chronicler, and a good one at that, who can spread, that's right, extol domestic legend. We also need a master of the horse, as he boosts my troops by something awful. A seneschal who we can pay to organize our court, which makes all of our court positions more effective. I also need a court tutor to manage the realm, an executioner who I can use to terrify my court, and 2 bodyguards who can do the same thing. This will give me a nice bit of dread. And that's why you should support my claim for the Byzantine Empire, the monk says, prostrating himself before me. You will gain an ally you can trust and all the support you may ever need. Reitor, an unlanded man that surprisingly has a claim on the Byzantine Empire. The monk is obviously a fraud. He's not a so-called unjustly deposed emperor, but he's useful. I could instantly start a war to put this random nobody on the throne. This would give me a few counties. That's pretty interesting. I mean, deposing him and putting a goddamn monk on the throne, that's hilarious. He's apparently a historical character. In the year 1081, amid the turmoil following Alexis Comnenus' rise, Reitor, a monk, falsely claimed to be the deposed Emperor Michael VII. Seizing the opportunity, Norman Duke Robert Guiscard, that's me, used Reitor to claim to justify his invasion in the Balkans. You crazy? Guiscard abandons Reitor as the ruse failed, likely leading to Reitor's quiet disposal once he was no longer useful. Buddy, I low-key wanna put you on the throne. That's hilarious. Reitor, I believe in you. This might not be historical, but I'm all for it. It will give me the kingdom of Epirus, so I'm all for it. We are at war with the Byzantine Empire. That is glorious. We're bringing the French to this because if I'm gonna have to endure fighting with an illegitimate monk, well, the insanity is already enough. I want the French to suffer too. Together, we should have enough troops to siege down the goddamn Byzantine realm of Constantinople. And having our armies raised, well, that's more expensive still. But I hope we can gain some gold by sieging down Byzantium here. It's gonna take 6 months, but I'm all for it. And with the French to help me, who can stop us? This bandit has gone insane. And now he's talking to himself. That's cool. But we have just sieged down the holy city, Byzantium. Where are his armies? Oh, they're busy defending against the Seljuk in the Seljuk invasion of Armenia. Brother, you're messing up the timeline. You're one of those timeline messers, aren't you? Well, let's get the siege rolling. There's land to conquer. We need to put the priest on the throne. It's too funny not to. But they're still plotting to kill me. Or worse, do something else. Oh, look, a princess. It's me, Mario. I have captured the prince. Sorry, I'm speaking like a Sicilian. Damn, these sieges are going lightning fast. Holy moly. Who is this? Matilda Penteur, my doctor, teacher, and a rapacious absolver. Listen, I ain't about this life, and I really need the Pope to like me, so I can't go around and schmanking other women than the Pope, that is. We need to win a war against the Romans, I say. Against the Romans. I have no time for Romans. And so it seems that we have conquered the Byzantine lands. For a monk. We have taken Epirus, while Basilius Rector, a former monk, sits upon the throne of the Byzantine Empire. That is certainly interesting. Best of luck against the Seljuks. I got what I came for. Prime Greek real estate. Very good. Very great. It is time to stop and contemplate. And already people are showing up to prove that I am indeed the legitimate ruler, as we gladly make things right by giving correct vassals to the correct rulers, making a slightly less mess of the Holy Roman Empire. Now what we desperately need is more prestige, so I'm gonna go hunting. Now there is a bit of a plot brewing, and by a bit I mean literally everyone is trying to take me out, as they've realized, wait, why is this guy the ruler of the HRE? This is bad, because in 2 months they're all going to be trying to put Jutta on the goddamn throne here. Not optimal. We're gonna have to fight like utter demons, or we're going to have to make sure that these people stop hating me. Now we could try to lower the chance of this revolt happening by granting some vassals to this guy. That will make him a lot more happier, and hopefully he will not attack me. Better yet, I put him on the council and he can't do anything about it. Though I think I just made it worse. So it looks like we're gonna have to fight like absolute demons. Or we simply get Reitor, the monk, to marry my daughter. And that way we're allied to the Byzantines. We'll also get the Poles to ally us. And suddenly it seems that we will be able to defend ourselves against any internal threat. But here the threat comes. I won't be threatened. Jutta will be deposed. We must sadly cancel our hunt, because we're now hunting unruly vassals. And with our new alliances, I feel like it's gonna be an interesting hunting season. Because it's a defensive war, they're willing to join at no cost at all. Which is good, because, you know, we're killing people. Raise the lads and pick up hard rule. This will get me better siege progress against revolts. Which, newsflash, we're fighting one. Go, you Bavarian dogs! Into hell you go! Run! You can't run from me! I'm gonna have the biggest execution you've ever seen when I'm done with this. Especially since, well, all these unruly vassals can be replaced by bandit Normans. The legend is spreading nicely, mostly because it's not other than Duchess Matilda who is the court chronicler. And if this girl showed up at your front door and be like, hey, could you help gaslight the realm for me? My liege is trying to conquer Francia and it would really mean... You'd be like, sign, where do I sign? Throw money at her, send her a cupcake and off she goes. That would be you. Crusader seems too. We are simply a sieging machine. We sieged so fast. Did we take an artifact? Sword of God. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Guys will see the Sword of God and just go, hell yeah. That's me. Wielding that sword has a 50% chance of making the enemy go, hell yeah. The revolt is over and I don't know what I feared in the beginning. This was easy. It also got me a lot of dread. Enforced demands. Time to shake things up. Oh, shake it up, baby, now, shake it up, baby. Here's the question. Do we revoke titles or do we simply show mercy by executing? No, that's not what I meant. Releasing them. It would gain me legitimacy, which we already have. What's more likely is that we take this as an opportunity to gain so much gold that we never have to worry about our finances ever again. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Ransom everyone. And we start cutting some costs by reducing our court amenities. That's a hard word to say. Now we can focus on spreading our legend. And with our increased dread, well, let me tell you, people have suddenly started to fall in line. Imagine marrying a random bandit from Sicily, a Norman guy that's just here to cause chaos, and then all of a sudden, yeah, so I'm now the Empress of the Holy Roman Empire. It happens, it happens. Generational belligerence will help us in our pursuit and retreat losses. Very good. Who is this Princess Matilda? Are you the heir to the Holy Roman Empire? Are people actually voting for you? No, they're lying. They're voting for Ernst. I was like hyped. I thought we'd made progress in this world, but no, it didn't seem like it. What we're doing now is spreading this legend, and we want it to spread as quickly as possible. We'll actually just ask Matilda of Tuscany to spread her legend, and she says yes. That's good. We're a chill guy. We're just a chill guy. Can people spread our legend, please? But it seems our great friend, the monk, needs our help. So we'll take our armies. And we just got 1,200 gold! Oh, dear me, is that what we're up against? Yeah, I can fight that. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to kill the Seljuks! Everybody! There's currently a lot of people trying to kill me. But Duke Magnus, he would never do such a thing. He's a cool guy. I believe in him. So the best way to avoid getting killed is to just go into other lands and fight other people. Meet new people and shoot them. Uh-oh. That's less than optimal. I didn't realize I was walking into a goddamn death trap and, well, it looks like we got death trapped. Uh-oh, not good. Well, buddy, we sure tried to help. But what we could do is to unsiege what they have sieged. Because that's what we're actually good at. You know, siege warfare. This will also give us hella gold. Nice. I feel like I'm helping, but I'm actually just raiding his vassals. Are they chasing me? Should I be worried? Should I keep running? It looks like they're sort of chasing me. I should probably keep running. Because I have this amazing Exalted Warlock perk, I am so goddamn fast. Did I say Exalted Warlock? That sounds cool. Damn, so much to siege. I'm helping my brother out here. Uh-oh. Oh, that's the horse lord coming to get me. Nah, buddy, you ain't that guy. You ain't that guy. Oh, I love sieging. Such a casual thing. Look at this. Randolph, my heir, my boy, my son. What happened to all the other sons I had? They died. Now, we're going to medicine focus because you wouldn't believe it, but we've gotten 70 years old. Not good. Come on, buddy. You'll stay healthy by sieging. That's good. Now, let's go siege the Seljuks. Where's your capital? If I was a Seljuk, where would I live? Up in the mountains, I see. This is absolutely crazy, but it might just work. Utter madness. Utter madness, this. But we are going through Egypt to get to the Seljuks to stop the Seljuk invasion. And we can actually complete this legend already. And that's gonna give me a claim on every yours title inside the Empire of Francia. Very good. This is all we came for. God's hand made wonders. God's hand made me. That is a very not cocky way to say it, that I'm a wonderful guy. And I should rule all of the Kingdom of France. But right away, we start with the Roman heritage legend. Go, Robert the Fox! Travel all the way through Pangur. We will sneak the bastards. We will take Tamirut Samange. This is ridiculous. And the fact that we have so much supply makes it even more ridiculous. Has the Seljuks panicked yet? Listen, I have my buddies back. I would never abandon my homie. I put that monk on the throne. I'll make sure he sits on that throne. Now siege the goddamn Seljuk lands. I captured the priest hater. I win the war. The succession and the Byzantine realm is... Come on, there we go. It's safe. Yes. I protect you, Reichtor. Reichtor. You are under my protection. My umbrella. That is lovely. That is glorious. That is so stupid. No, Koifish, Emperor Robert the Fox was not the Holy Roman Emperor, and he did not sail past the pyramids to go to the Seljuk court to steal Sultan al-Muazzam Ayaz from his bedchamber. That did not happen, Koifish. Stop. No, I swore. I saw it on a documentary. Another war? Another war? I'll take it. Pope, money. Money, give me money, Pope. And while he does that, well, I think it's high time that we split up our friendship with France to claim it for our own. After all, it's ours to rule. Now, it's time we split up this little marriage between my lovely daughter and the King of France, who happens to rule the land that I want. We'll start by excommunicating him. The Pope doesn't like him, so this will be pretty easy. But you shouldn't have been lustful. Next up, we request a divorce between these two. It's gonna cost me some piety, but I'll do it. My alliance has now expired, and I can easily go in to claim all of the Kingdom of France for a measly sum of 75 prestige. So we raise our lads, and we simply stroll in. Because if there's one thing we're good at, that is sieging. I feel the best when on the battlefield, where I can be myself, where I can fight my enemies, where I can drink the same water as my mule and my soldiers. Alexander the Great said that, just no one heard him say it, and therefore it wasn't written down. You see this siege speed? This is what you get when you play the Robert Fox. Robert Fox? Robert Fox! He can't be stopped! If! Wonder what his persona would be. Now, you know what? I don't wonder that anymore. My daughter died? What? He was killed by who? King Philip! Nah, that's it, you killed my daughter! Even though you were divorced! You rump! You rat! You rapscallion! You scallion! I'm gonna turn you into a soup and I'll drink you like this! You're a dog! By Allah, you are worse than a dog! Give me France! Oi, 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 oi. That's a lot of territory. But why stop there? We can easily seize all of Normandy. But why stop there? We'll conquer Brittany. It's alright. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada swing. Bada boom, bada beep, bap, boop, bap, bada beep, bam, boom. Bada bing, bang, bop, bada, bada, boom. And with that, I have taken the Duchy of Brittany. Now we can actually take a decision that is more or less what this guy is all about. Rebuking the Roman revanchism for Sicily. Listen, buddy, Sicily is tied to the Holy Roman Emperor. And Basilius Constantinus VI, 4th, I don't know your numbers, you're not gonna own this land. Worse than that, I'm gonna own you. Sicily's your title is now the Holy Roman Empire. Very, very good. A bit cursed, but very good nonetheless. Now you know what else would be fitting? For the Norman to conquer Normandy. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get our guys out here and raise our troops. And with said troops, we're gonna go in and we're gonna conquer our ancestral homeland. Now I'm gonna do something pretty goofy here. I'm gonna reset my perks so that I get back my faithful point. So that I can go all the way down to healthy. That should give me a nice little health boost. Very good. At the battle we go. Conquer faster. Siege harder. We can win. Normandy will be ours. There we go. Normandy has been seized. It's coming home. It's coming home. And talking about coming home, I think my Roman heritage legend is done. This will give me a claim on every de jure title inside of the Roman Empire. That's ridiculous. Let me see exactly how ridiculous that is. So the Byzantine Empire would obviously have been in the Roman Empire, and I have a claim on it. So why not go out with a big glorious bang? You can't stop me. I am inevitable. Booyah. Land sieged. Oh, and we took the crown. That's gonna be my crown soon. Bing bang bosh, it's gonna be great. Come here. No, Princess Jutta is not gonna be on the throne. Stop. Is this where the story goes down? Is this where the story ends? It can't. There's still more to be written. There's still pages in my book. Byzantium is ours. Huzzah! Huzzah! Yes! Yes! He owns all of the world. And he also has claims on all of it. Everything from Duchy of Tuscany to the Chiefdom of Dakla. This man is truly trying to make the Roman Empire be a thing again. And he ain't gonna let anyone stop him. Though he has to stop someone because it seems the unruly bastards here are trying to take my land. Not good! Who said you could do that? I certainly didn't. Alright boys, let's whip up these peasants and then we will be done. The whole Roman Empire is ridiculous and I wanna save that for a very special video. Don't worry guys, I'm gonna be doing it sometime. But oh my lord, this is in 27 years. It's ridiculous what you can do with warfare. The Roman Empire. I literally have so little land to do this. This would honestly be kinda doable. We'll see, we'll see. For now, Operation Beat Up the French. Operation Get Beaten Up by the French, more like. That ain't good. Oh, no way. I know why though. I had recently disembarked and they've made that way worse in this update. So, you know what? I just want to conquer and connect my land. So, Hungary, you're gonna become mine. Call in our Polish... they won't say that, but I don't yet accept. Come on, we can do this on our own. A crusade? I'm no Sicilian bandit no more. I'm an emperor. An emperor that's currently infirm. Oh, not good. So let's go out swinging. My sword to the Lord. Take this, you dogs! Pope, I have a crazy idea. What if we instead retook Jerusalem? Though we really oughta pop down here and deal with this rebel. Hey guys, could you like stop revolting? It's not nice of you. Sorry buddy, but you actually aren't landless. I know your IP address, therefore I can take you out. There we go, white peace with you. I can go back to Hungary now and not have to deal with that massive revolt. I thought I was dying. I thought I was on death's door. How long can a man be knocking? Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. To arms, to war, let's go. Well, that's interesting. I'll be dead in a year. It seems that the news of my death was enough to sort of throw me off my game. Well, they say that every man who participates in the Crusades has an instant place in heaven, and I could really use one of those free tickets, so off I go. Quickly, boys, I gotta make it to Jerusalem. Free ticket to heaven. I have arrived. I am a Crusader. Yes! A free spot in heaven. And as a great and glorious Crusader, Emperor Robert the Fox, former bandit, former bastard, now emperor, has found peace in Christ's embrace at the great and glorious ripe age at 83. He died of old age, battle never having the chance to claim him. A hollowed shell of his former self, he had long lost his wits by the time he lost his body. Emperor Randolph, I'm a great, best of luck, buddy. You're gonna have, oh my god, you're gonna have such a good time. Long live the Emperor. This world is not one I want to see. Oh yeah, I became a woman. What on earth happened there? My friends, that is the great, glorious power of the martial lifestyle. Going from one duchy all the way to ruling almost the entire Roman Empire. But for now, I hope you liked this video. Leave a like and consider subscribing. And check out this one. It's being recommended to you by me. Honestly, this one is really near and dear to my heart. It's really a message I support and I want you to click it right now. Thanks. Alright, bye.